Hi everybody, my name's Tracy Davis and I'm really excited to do an art project with you today. Um, in fact, this project is super simple. Anybody can do it and you can get really creative with it. And it involves mostly supplies that you probably have in your home right now or around your home. It's actually pine cone flowers. So if you take a look at these adorable flowers, you can see that they are made from pine cones. My kids and I had a blast picking up buckets of these things and just going around our yard, going on nature walks and trying to find as many pine cones as we could. And we ended up with a couple buckets full. Lots of different sizes, lots of different shapes, and they really help make this project really unique. And you can put them together in a whole bunch of different ways. So the cool thing that I like about this project is you can use any colors you want. You can use very bright colors, you can use soft colors, you can use rustic fall colors. It really is yours to make your own. So a couple supplies that you'll need, aside from obviously the pine cones, you'll need a pair of gardening shears. You will need acrylic paint. You can get this paint anywhere. It's just your normal craft acrylic paint. You can find it at Walmart or any craft store like a Michael's or anything like that. And it doesn't have to be a super high quality, just acrylic paint. You also need a couple paint brushes. I like to use these small brushes because they get right into the grooves of the pine cones really easily. You could also use a paper towel. This helps if you wash your brush off and you want to get the water out of the brush so that you can use it for a different color. Paper towels are really handy. You also need a cup with water so that you can clean your brush in between colors, and a paper plate so you can make a palette of all the different colors that you want to use, okay? So to get started, we're going to grab a pine cone and we're going to grab our gardening shears. Now for this part, you may want to have an adult do the cutting just so that you stay safe and you don't get hurt. But the cutting is really simple. You're just going to take and snip off the top of the tip of the pine cone. Use a little muscle. And what is really cool is after you snip off the tip of that pine cone is you're left with an almost perfect flower. You can see the center and you can see all the petals around, okay? There's actually two types of pine or flowers that can be made from these. There's this one that I just showed you by snipping off the top, and there's also this one which makes a whole different shape of a flower. So I recommend doing a variety and making a whole bunch of these things. To go back for a second, the inspiration from this project came from my friend Mandy Garcia. She posted this project that she did on Facebook using these pinecone flowers to make this amazing wreath. So if you're feeling ambitious, do a whole bunch of these. Get a wire wreath from your craft store and you can glue them on to the wire wreath and make this amazing piece of art. For today's purposes, we're going to make a few flowers and we're actually going to take a wooden bowl and we're going to fill it and make more like a potpourri type of a project. So let's get started. Here's the pine cone that I just snipped, and I am going to go ahead and pick my favorite color, which happens to be blue. Use any color scheme that you want. One tip I will give you is that if you want very bright flowers, go ahead and use your paint right out of the bottle just as it comes. If you want some more muted colors, just mix a little bit of white in there and you'll get a nice muted tone. So the first step is just to paint the petals, and you want to kind of work your way all the way down the flower. And you can see the small brush gets right in there. Use lots of paint and make sure that you get all of your petals nice and colorful. You can either do solid colors like this, or if you want, you can mix in, I'm going to take a little bit of red and mix in some of these bottom petals to make more of a purple going down. So you can get really creative with how you do this. And you're going to work your way all the way down the pine cone. Allow yourself to really enjoy this. It's very relaxing, it's very fun. And honestly, just like my shirt says, you can't make a mistake. This is Bob Ross. Ever make mistakes in life? They're birds. Well, we're not going to put birds on our pine cones necessarily, but we are going to allow ourselves to be very free and very creative with how we're painting our pine cones. So after you get your petals painted, and you get your pine cone looking just how you want it, you're going to go ahead and clean off your brush. I find that if you bat the brush down on the bottom of the cup, it'll actually take the paint out really well. And then most of the flowers that you see in nature have a brown or a yellow center. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some yellow paint. And I'm going to go ahead and do my yellow center. And ta-da, I have a flower. It's that easy. You can also get super creative and really abstract with these, and instead of sticking to the norm of what you see in nature, go ahead and throw a green center in there, or a purple center, or whatever color you want. You can make these as creative as you want to be. The other option, like I mentioned earlier, is to take the back end of the pine cone, and you can grab another color that you like. I'm gonna grab this really, really bright pink, and you can go ahead and just paint up this back end. And just for fun, I'm going to add some highlights to the center of this, so you can see how that softens up the color, but it also adds a little bit of a pop to the whole flower. And as you paint around, you can create another kind of a flower, and it's really pretty. The other thing I will mention is that if you want more of a rustic look, allow some of that pine cone to show through. Don't feel like you have to coat the whole thing with paint. Allowing some of the pine cone to show through gives a very natural look and just makes for a really cool, unique looking flower. So I'm going to gather together some of these pine cone flowers that I've made, and I am going to show you my bowl of potpourri flowers that I'm going to actually put on my kitchen table to brighten up the table and remind us that it's spring and that we should be enjoying the brightness and the beauty of the world around us. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have fun creating your pine cone flowers.